What's going on, guys? How are you doing today? It's Angry Roleplay in the morning. How are you doing there, guys? And I wanted to chime in and talk about some of the recent replies that we got from the Nivalistis and the community manager of Diablo and Blizzard. And basically, she replied on the latest fixes and changes coming to both the Barber and the Faithful Memory. Now, for the Barber, guys, uh, what's gonna happen? By the way, I will read. Those of you who have been testing the Barber have seen this item jump from flat out non-functioning to most certainly overperforming. We suspect that the damage on this item is a tad high, particularly when using the Phantasm rune, so we are removing the damage bonus granted by the final explosion. There were also some pretty funky interactions occurring with Phantasm that caused some scaling issues, and we'll be correcting those. Witch Doctors looking for massive area explosions where Spirit Barrage would still see effective results, but they won't be quite so over the top. So basically, they realized that the problem was with Phantasm Rune. At least one of the problems was with Phantasm Rune created by the Gazing Demons, guys. And this is exactly what I said before. Gazing Demise was one of the very problematical items because it caused problems back, 2 patches ago when it was reworked for the first time. And then another patch when people would play Jade Harvester with the Manitou, and I just consumed all the dots created by the Manitou, and that did trillions and trillions of damage as well. It was quite a problematical item. And it's still a problematical item, this PTR, and they couldn't handle that, obviously. But finally, it looks like they identified the problem and is gonna fix that. What I don't really understand about is the words about the final explosion. So I think that by final explosion, I guess they mean, that the Phantasm rune lasts for 5 seconds. And when it expires, this is like what the final explosion was gonna happen. Final explosion, I think it's supposed to happen when the rune expires. Like for example, Phantasm expires after 5 seconds, and Manitou expires after 20 seconds. And when it expires, it should also create some kind of final explosion. And I believe this is where all the multipliers were off. So we're gonna see a fix soon. It's not even out on PTR, and we're gonna see the fix soon, and I will come back to you guys and retest the Barber, and we'll see how much of an impact is gonna happen. If the build will stay on the level of greater of 90 to 100 for the top Paragon, guys, it will be nice. I really doubt and we will see 120 plus great rifts. It's not gonna happen. It was really bugged, terrible, and it was overperforming really, honestly. And if it will be back on the Gargantuans or Firebats level, it will be really nice. We will have an alternative build to play. It will be really solid, and I think I will be satisfied for this, guys. I just want for all interactions for Spirit Barrage and the Barber to be fixed and to be working as intended. That's all I need. Now for the Faithful Memory, this is where the sad news, guys, are coming. Faithful Memory is greatly benefiting from changes made to greater rifts and density. As many of you have noted, it's a wee bit on the powerful side. Really? We are going to implement a cap on the number of stacks that can be gained and see how this performs. That leaves rooms for potential tweaking in the future if it's been adjusted too far. Now guys, what the hell are they doing really? Now, I made a post here in the feedback again for the legendary items. Here is the post, guys, and I wrote all the facts about the Hammerding build and the Seeker of Light. The facts are these: the highest known Greater Rift clear on live server was 96. It happened on 31 of July this year, and it was a 2500 Paragon guy with 100 level augments, and he did it when the Lozo Vela critical was still 100%. And the highest worldwide clear for Legacy of Nightmares bomb was 105 with a 3,400 500 Paragon guy and a very high 115 augments. Now on PTR, the highest clear with the overpowered, super powerful, crazy, insane Faithful Memory is just Great Rift 106, so just one Great Rift higher, and the guy there is 4,000 fucking Paragons and 120 fucking level augments. He's just fucking ridiculous. So the uncapped, super overpowered Faithful Memory it just barely scratched the level of the long bomb, and it required 4,000 Paragons and fucking ridiculous level of augments. And I really wondered like what made the developers think that uncapped Faithful Memory is overperforming. I really don't see any kind of logic in that, common sense. I think that they simply fear that same thing will happen with the Faithful Memory as it happened with the Twisted Sword. Twisted Sword was uncapped, and it was possible to stack it in one corner and do infinite unlimited damage. But the problem is that it's not gonna happen and never gonna happen for Crusader. You can't fucking stack Blast Hammer on one fucking corner and stack it infinitely. It's not gonna happen ever, guys. And the toughness of Crusader is so bad that it required 4,000 fucking Paragons to clear 100. It's ridiculously amount of Paragons and augments. He stacked so much toughness, so much armor, and he barely made it in 100 Greater Rift with this. Guys, this is not a fucking second Twisted Sword. It's so different. And it's so hammered in, is so squishy, it's so hard to play. It's a completely different from the Twisted Sword. You can't stack it infinitely. You can stack as much area damage as well because you need CDR too. What the fuck is going on? And they think that is overperforming, guys. They think it's overperforming and it's gonna put a cap in it. Now the only question is how high this cap will be. If the cap will be, from 10 to 20 stacks, it's complete garbage. It will be fucking useless. It will not have a major impact on the gameplay whatsoever. Some solo clears will be higher a little, maybe 5 to 3-5 great rates, but overall impact won't be as good, even noticeable for the Hermedines. Now 20 to 30 stacks, I believe it will be quite decent for a solo gameplay, because most of the time you will see around 20-30 monsters on screen with increased density in Great Rift. So this is, I think it's quite a decent amount of stacks for the solo gameplay. But 20 to 30 stacks, it will still not allow Crusader to become a part of the DPS meta in groups. I think it's not enough. It's not enough because right now monsters give absolutely no progression. There's a lot of small monsters that give no progression whatsoever. And you're staking hundreds and hundreds, but they die so fast and they give absolutely no progression. So 30 stacks will not really help that much in group play. Now 40 to 50 stacks would be more decent for group play, and it will allow I think it will allow Crusader to somehow have a chance to become a meta. It will at least compete with the Firebat's dog, and will have a chance to compete with the Firebat's dog. It might not overperform Firebat dogs, but it still have a chance to compete with them. 40 to 50 stacks, I believe, is decent. But I really doubt that developers will cap the stacks at 40 to 50. I think it's more likely we will see around 20 stacks, and this is where the build will be killed for the group play. Once again, guys, And guys from Blizzard, if you actually watch my videos, at least one of you guys, and see and hear what I say, it was completely wrong to cap the Twisted Sword. Completely wrong. It's not overperforming. Never was overperforming. It's barely made it to the level of the build that was already existing in the game for 5 seasons. The Legacy of Nightmares Bombardment build. It's the build with we play for 5 seasons, and with the uncapped Faithful Memory, we had the only chance to be on the same level of this build that we're already playing for the 5th season, guys. And you basically, with the capping the Faithful Memory, you're basically killing the only second viable build in the game for Crusaders, guys. Please don't do this. Don't do it. There's completely wrong move. It's not worth it, guys. Please don't do it. I beg you. Please, guys, listen to me. It's not overperforming. So thanks for watching, guys. I wanted to have you updated on the couple of things that is happening on the PTR feedback forums here. Here's a PTR feedback forums, and a lot of feedback going on in my thread here. I created the Spirit Bearish and Barber feedback thread here, and I got quite a massive amount of replies, and I'm really happy about that. So you guys participate in the discussion. That's really worth it, guys. It's really good. Thank you very much for supporting the thread and for the downvotes already. Also, thank you guys for the downvotes. It's not a problem, absolutely. And really, I would like to thank the community manager Nevelistis for so much feedback and for dialogue. It really happens during the PTR. Most of the times we just get the patches and that's it. No communications. But this time there's quite a dialogue. Day after day we see some kind of replies, and I really welcome this. It's really nice, and I hope we will see some kind of communication in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon, and bye.